Hello everyone, it is AD with Cosmo Astrology, and I'm going to be doing your Cosmo Quickie for the week. So this is what talents should I tap into. Me and my little sister went and made the menu for the week, so I'm really excited about this. I will say, while I was shuffling, I don't know. I feel like my prediction for the reading is that like all these piles are going to be super diverse. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I'm really excited to see the talent pool that decides to hop and click into this video. So this is specifically a question about like what talent should I really dig into? What should I put my energy in? And since we have two planets in Leo, Mars and Venus, Leo is the sign of creativity, creation, drama, fifth house energy here. So we're really going to be talking about that stuff that maybe, and not saying that some of you will want to profit, others of you may not. That's not really what I'm looking at it, but it's just like, what can you do in your free time that can cause you to expand and, you know, be proud of something that you've made with hopefully your own two hands or your mind or what have you. So let's go ahead and look and to see what talent should you be tapping into. Welcome to the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So this is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Take a moment, meditate, see what image speaks to you, and I will meet you over at your piles, guys. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Right, let's go ahead and move on into it. So that's pile 2, that's pile 3. Let me not forget. Move here. So hello. This is AD with Cosmo Astrology, and I'm going to be doing your Cosmo Quickie for the week. This is what talent should I be tapping into, guys. Pile 1, you always get this. I always forget to set my freaking timer or whatever every time it comes to like doing y'all's reading. So let me go ahead and create. And I already went ahead and did it, period, because it knew that's what I wanted. Love that for us. Okay, so sorry, pile number 1. So let's go ahead and pretend like that didn't happen. Hello, pile 1. It is AD with Cosmo Astrology, and I'm doing your pick a card reading, your Cosmo Quickie for the week, and this is what energy should you tap into, guys. I'm super excited. As I said in the intro, I'm really excited to see what ends up coming through. So this is like a really funny, this is Dino Wrestler Kappa Rapator or whatever whatever that says. I have no idea. Anyways, it looks like a dinosaur, and I just feel like the one thing is like there's a beast, whatever it is that talent you're supposed to work on and emphasize on. I really do feel like there's a hungry beast that's like wanting to come out, and you will be a beast at what it is that you do. Maybe even with the dinosaur thing, it could be something like an ancient practice, something that people consider extinct or lost. Ooh. Okay, so let's hop into it, guys. Let me hit the timer. This is my timed reading. We're going to start with astrology cards, of course, if you know me, and then we will get into the tarot and your oracle cards. Please keep in mind that I do subscribe to Vedic astrology, so my placements could be different than yours, but the energy should read about the same. That I don't like. That's distracting. Okay, let's go ahead and move that over there. All right, so let's see what we got going. Pile number 1. Ooh, part of fortune increase. So I do think that this has the potential to like be extremely profitable. In some ways, it's funny. In the intro, I said I don't know if some of you won't do this for profit, but you, pile 1, I do think that you can improve your pockets with this talent. Okay, let's get Mercury mind. Beautiful. So communication, Virgo energy, service, also Gemini energy. So talking, speaking, health is all represented with Mercury. Let's keep going. Oh, wow. You got Rahu, life's purpose. So I do think that this, whatever the talent is that you are supposed to be tapping into, pile number 1, of course, we're going to dig down to see what that possibly could be. But I do think that this will get you closer to your life's purpose. Hence why there will be an increase. There'll be an increase of self-esteem, an increase of finances, wealth, resources, people, family, networking, all that good stuff. I just really like this cross here, this imagery here. It's like you're on target, you're on the mark. Mercury retrograde, look at that, reinvention. So definitely talking, communicating, spreading some type of words. For others of you, it could be advocacy work. What is it? What is the word I'm looking for? It's law. It could be lawyer. It could be law, especially with Virgo represented here. Gemini, Virgo specifically represents bickering and all that good stuff and kind of like little arguments. So you might be really good at that. You know, you could be a lawyer, get paid for it. But yeah, some emphasis here about talking. water sensing element. So Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, and then we got lunar eclipse. So definitely being changes. It's so interesting. There could be medium work here. And the reason I say that is just because of like all the waves, all this water that's coming in and out. It does seem to be like an emotional type communication, right? So we have Mercury, which is like this very, matter of fact planet. It's air. It kind of it does its own thing. It really is like this fast moving planet. To be paired with these water elements, even with the moon, it does feel like you can communicate with different elements, or like you can speak to different things, or you can go back. You know what I'm also hearing? Some of you guys might be able to access like Akashic records. Some of you guys may be able to access like past life energies, even though we have and put people on their purpose. So I do feel like a talent. This is so weird. So we'll have to see what the cards say. But I do feel like there could be a talent of you like talking people and putting people on the right path, depending on what your depending on what your forte is. I feel like I'm speaking to a different array of people. So let's say that you're like a finance person and like you're really good at, finances. Wow, that was an amazing thought. But you're really good at finances, and so you end up being like a consultant, helping people on the right path, helping people fulfill their goal. It's so funny. I've been watching this daggone show all day. All yesterday. It's Bar Rescue. It is so good if you like, feel good shows. And essentially the main guy, I think his last name is Taffer. Of course, I can't remember his first name right now. But he's like a consultant. He comes in there, gets the problem, gets everybody on track, and then he leaves. Kind of like a Yana Fix My Life type energy, where, again, it could be, for some of you guys, this could be therapy, listening to people communicating about feelings, emotions, and then getting them on the right track. But I do feel like there's something here about you coming in, you listening, you communicating, and then you get somebody on the right track, and then you leave. So depending on what it is, I really do imagine that this is like kind of consultant work. I don't feel like this is something where you would be sitting in a traditional office setting, just plugging in numbers. I feel like this is something where you kind of get to build your own schedule, do what you want, because Gemini energy and Virgo energy is extremely flighty. So I imagine that you have to be constantly on the moon. And then we've got the North Node Rahu here. So this could help a lot of people emotionally, like first on an emotional front and then like on a spiritual front with these two energies here. But look at the sensing. I like that. I like the sensing. So again, I just feel like some of you have a gift to be able to communicate either with spirits, energies, people. You're able to just like see a problem and then fix it, depending on what your expertise is. Spirit is saying that you should definitely move into some type of one-on-one consultant work, because what you have is a very specific gift to you. I think that's why I can't be super specific. Of course, we'll look into the tarot, but I'm just getting that like you can come in, see a problem, execute it, and then like send people on their way. I don't feel like this is something like long-term. Like it wouldn't be like long-term rehabilitation, right? So I don't see you necessarily being like a nurse, but I see you being like a very specialized nurse, right? Okay. I think you get it. I think we got it. So we got Venus represented here. Oh, wow. So that's Taurus energy, Libra energy, again with the law. So for some of you guys, you could be thinking about going to law school, lawyering. And like even with law, it's a consultant. That's really strong here. If it's not something creative, but again, we have this water element here. So for some of you guys, it's like really, it's very. I hate the way, not hate. Listen to me. Let me dial it back a little bit. It was just like, but in this society particularly, it's very like, oh, you're either left brain, right brain, you're either science or you're art. And so I do appreciate the cards for kind of doing both, because Venus can be very artsy with Taurus. I mean, it is high class, it is art, but I'm really picking up on the Libra side of Venus in particular, where this is talking about like arguing, debate, law, legal things. That's one sense. For others of you, it really is more of the spirituality type. It is one and the same. Whatever you're doing, Pawan, you are certainly meant to come in, consult with somebody, send them on their way, and keep it pushing. I do feel like you're meant to go back and argue for people who can't argue for themselves. For some of you guys, it is, legal team. For others of you guys, it could be somebody who's like a spirit, especially with this energy here. And now sensing, it could be, you're meant to speak for people. That's your talent. You're really meant to speak for people who cannot speak for themselves. Whew. All right, whole lot of words to get to that conclusion. And then we even have this Aquarius energy here. So whatever you're doing is very philanthropic. It really is meant to help a lot of people, like I said, find their way, find their direction. I do imagine that what you're doing could be quite revolutionary. So whatever it is that you end up zoning in on, I have a feeling that most of you you have to have an idea of what I'm talking about. But Spirit is really saying specialize on that, because what you're doing is going to be able to help the greater and the common good. It's going to be revolutionary with this Aquarius energy here. So that's absolutely gorgeous. So very interesting. You have to tell me, Pile One, what it is. We're going to look into the tarot. Maybe we can get more specific. But right now, I really feel like the talent that you're meant to tap into is all about communication, talking, and articulating yourself. Depending on what medium you decide to work with, you'll be very successful. But people will definitely seek out your knowledge, seek out your wisdom, and then come to you. And again, I do think that this has the potential of being a business, even with Venus here and Taurus. Taurus energy don't play. It's definitely getting paid. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the tarot. So we got the Ace of Wands, beautiful. The Page of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, Virgo energy. Again, just having a very acute understanding of details and re-looking over things and possibly negotiating for some people. Wow, we got the Devil card here. So again, business. That's what I'm really getting. Capricornian energy represented, but we have business. But I imagine, again, you were just giving people a fresh start. You were really breaking, what is it, Denarius? The breaker of chains. I really do feel like you give people hope, inspiration, and it breaks people's chains. Be it, I'm so getting like financial, legal, or like spiritual. It really is like all over the map. But you really are able to give people purpose and shine people's light. That's a talent that you're meant to tap into. Anything that can help others is really going to be your magnificent talent. I do get a strong sense that you have to work with other people in order to accomplish this. Yeah, we have the Four of Wands. Oh, beautiful. The Ten of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Wow, we have the Ten of Cups right in the middle. And I do think that this is something that is going to be equally as gratifying for you both. Here, emphasizing this Queen of Cups, the water, Cancer energy, Pisces, Scorpio. So that could be any type of creativity, sensing. I just feel like, yeah, you have an elevated sense of some sort, like an elevated sixth sense. So you can just tap into that, tune into that, and use whatever it is that you know that you're elevated in. Here's my bone to pick with you a little bit, pile number one. I do think that, I hope that you have an idea of what I'm talking about. If you don't, then maybe this isn't your pile, because I do feel like there's something that you know that you wanted to do. There's something that you know that you're good at, and you've restricted yourself from being able to actually execute it. Because look, we have this Ace of Wands to the Four of Pentacles, which is holding back. And then we have the Queen of Cups to the Devil card, which again is holding back. So this is a talent that I feel like you've been running away from. So the reason why you found this video and the message that I have for you is to not run away from this talent and to actually embrace it. Do not be scared of this talent, particularly if it's dealing with, like even business can be seen as shady sometimes, but if it's dealing with any spiritual work, you might have been scared because you were taught that that's witchcraft, that's devil's work. I really don't think that it is, seeing all the positivity that's surrounding it. But let's keep going into your last round. Not little. This is big. This is big. Okay. We have, yeah, the Queen of Wands here. Wow, this is so interesting. The Lovers, boom. And then we have the Seven of Swords. Yeah, this is very, very, very deeply hidden. The Ace of Wands, the Devil card, the Queen of Wands, the Seven of Swords. Some of you, this is very specific. Don't know why I'm getting it, but some of you might have been wanting to do some type of sexual therapy or sex work. I kind of see that here. That might help. If that's something that you've been thinking about. If not, then, whatever. But I do imagine that you could be very successful in that, helping people see their demons. I just feel like you help people break out of their struggles, their demons. You kind of see what it is. It's very Ayanla. Like I said, it's either like Bar Rescue or Ayanla Fix My Life. Like, this is very much, I come in, I look at the situation, I see the demons for what it is, I give you a life path, and I give you a new start. For some of you guys, it's really reuniting people. For others of you, it could be some sort of matchmaking. I'm trying to throw it out because I don't know how many readers, how many people are going to watch this. So I'm trying to be pretty diverse. But it definitely seems like you could do some sort of matchmaking, some sort of uniting souls, uniting people, or help people get out of like bankruptcy, financial struggles, or legal binds. So that sounds like an array of different things, but I do think that you're truly helping people get out of the struggles and the situations that they've been in. You're helping them see a new way, coming out of like the obstacles of bondage, and also teaching people, in my opinion, to like connect to honestly their higher selves. So some of you guys, this is very much psychic work. For others of you, again, it's more legal work. But regardless, it requires a personal brand of creativity that you are able to use that other people may not be able to do. So I am going to pull some extra cards because I'm curious about this devil energy here, especially with the 7 of Swords, the 9 of Swords. Yeah, it could be one of those things too where you help people who are struggling with addictions, especially with the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. People struggling with some sort of addictions, like you running a rehab center. I just imagine that your talent is really able to help people unite with the darker parts of themselves and learn to love their shadow side so they can start working with it and then go out into the world. Now, whatever your method is for that is going to be super awesome. Yeah, it's going to be super awesome and unique. Again, the Aquarius card. So I'm not surprised that everything is all over the place with the Aquarius energy there. So you just have to kind of see which one speaks to you, but the end result will be somebody coming in and being like, wow, you changed my life, like you put me on my path. Yeah, the 10 of Pentacles. You really stress people working through their fears, working through their fear of loss, their abandonment issues, their drug issues. You force them to work and kind of come out of the situations that they're in with the 10 of Pentacles. It's very Capricornian. So it's one of those things where it's just like, okay, there's a problem, I'm going to solve it. I'm not going to be, you help people see that they're not in shackles, which is absolutely gorgeous. I think that this is beautiful, pile number 1, for whatever it is that you're doing. And it brings in a lot of happiness, and it brings people together in a way that they weren't expecting to, because it helps them get out of their own personal binds. Oh, I honestly want to cry. Like you really will make people cry, the changes that you bring into people and how you're able to help people. Yeah, the 3 of Cups, yay, like a need for celebration, for coming together. You just help people get back on their feet. And that seems like a super kind of weird talent, I guess, because like it's not singing, it's not dancing in the traditional sense, but this is like your real talent of being able to help people come to grips with their demons, come to grips with the obstacles that they're facing in their life, and putting them on the right track, clearing that energy, and then like causing for celebration. But I do think that you have a real gift of making people see their demons and addressing them, opposed to like running and hiding from them. You break people from that cycle, which is such, that's rule 1. As watching this daggone bar rescue for the past couple of days, people are drowning and swimming in debt, and most of them just sit there and are like, I just come to the bar and I drink my own drinks and I can't deal with it. I'm laughing, but it's not funny at all. It's just like, I just can't deal with it. I ignore it. There's this one lady on there, oh my gosh, she had me cracking up. She was like, I wear contacts and glasses, and literally her shop was falling apart. It was literally falling apart. And she was just like, I will not wear my contacts or my glasses just so I don't have to see it. I just walk in through a fog. I go straight to the bar. I grab a drink because I'm in like, $100,000 worth of debt or what have you, and I'm losing $5,000 a month. Like, I just feel like you're able to come in and be like, okay, whoa, let's address the issue. Let's look at it. Do you think that that's helping you not dealing with anything? And they're like, no. And they're like, okay, great. Now that we got that established, let's put you on the right track. Let's get you back to this 10 of Cups. Let's get you to where you need to be. And again, it can deal with all those other things that I listed earlier and how you do that, because that is much needed work. Okay, guys, so that's what I got for your tarot. Let's go ahead and move into your oracle cards. And we're doing really good on time. Oh, happy time to go. So we got 26 represented here. That's 8, 4, 5, 9. So again, you help people almost close out their last chapters. I really do feel like you make people see, how foggy this energy is, and then like in the dark there's this door. Here there's this egg with a key on it. I feel like you have the key to help people unlock people's happiness, and for them to recognize that the direction and the path that they're going is not the correct way, and you offer counsel, legal advice, spiritual help, however, you know, this talent finds you, in order for them to unlock their freaking gifts and whatever they're going to do. Emotions are running high. We got this Cancerian energy here again. So yeah, you just help people clear through their emotions and learn that they have to work with them and not run from them, which is like a huge difference. And then we got the Vision, Archangel Michael and Lapis Lazuli. I love Archangel Michael, but he's definitely a protector. He comes in wielding a sword. So it's like, I just feel like, yeah, you're cutting through the BS. That is your talent. If I had to sum it up in one like word, it's like you have a knack, a talent for cutting through bullshit, getting to the problem, and helping people solve it and grow, which is absolutely spectacular and beautiful. Really helping people step into the best versions of themselves and getting out of the situations that they've dug themselves in. So whatever it is, it's all about helping people. It's all about aggressively helping people, getting in there. Maybe sometimes, like, if you were to have a show or whatever, your style would be that you are not the nicest. Like, you come in there and you mean business, you know, Gordon Ramsay. You know, kind of energy. So I really do love that. I really love Archangel Michael. And Lapis Lazuli, again, that is a very psychic stone. Very, very psychic stone. And I'm also, it's Egyptian, so taught. So like the truth, like you're able to see the truth. You have access to knowledge that other people don't have. If you fall more on the spiritual end of this spectrum, then you have access to Akashic records. You can download people's past lives. You can read auras. You can do speak to dead people, mediumship, any of that good stuff, especially with Lapis Lazuli there. But I really do feel like you are a warrior for change. You're a warrior for cutting through the emotions, seeing what is actually happening there, and then moving forward. Okay, so let's look into my self-care healthcare cards. These are my little self-made cards. So you got lavender essential oil. So if you have a diffuser, you can certainly use some lavender. You got rose, improves mood and reduces anxiety. So we have two: relieves stress and induces anxiety. So I do feel like with these two cards, if you're under stress or you have anxiety, you know, calm down. Yeah, that's how easy it is. Just calm down. Just don't think about it. No, but I really would take some time out for yourself to like enjoy the fumes. You know, one of those things, you could use a rose quartz, because that to me is also telling me that there might be a heart chakra blockage with you. So just be open to receiving these downloads. And then finally you have write it down, from mind to matter. So some of you guys need to start journaling, writing down your thoughts, or, you know, telling spirit very clearly what it is that you want to do. I would really, you can do 10 years from, sorry, that was a big jump. You can do 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 50 years from now. Just what would you like to see, if you could be completely honest with yourself? And for some of you guys, it could be where like, I want a show where I can stomp around and, you know, yell at people and then help them. I would love to do that. I would love to be an Ayala. I would love to be an Oprah. I would love to be Mr. Taffer, I believe his name is, for Bar Rescue. I'm trying to think of any others. Long Island Medium. She kept screaming at me. Any of those. For some of you guys, it could even be along the lines of, like I said, matchmaking, you know, that Catfish show, or $1 Million Matchmaker. You know, it's something like that. And I do feel like you could end up, you know, having a show or something about it, because what you do is unique and you have your own unique style and flair about it. So yeah, that's what I would tune into. But Spirit is definitely asking you to use lavender and rose to kind of open up your senses to hopefully receiving these gifts. But I would definitely start writing it down, channeling. You might be able to, like, maybe you can channel when you're whatever. Or maybe there's a book. Some of you guys want to write a book. But you definitely need to get back into writing. That is the common thread between all of you. It could be short stories, poems, whatever it is. But that's what those are the talents that Spirit wants you to tap into. So yeah, Part 1, that was a whole array of different things. So you'll have to let me know what you think about that reading. I really thought that was super interesting. So please let me know what your talents are, because I feel like they're all unique. But again, the center of them is you really helping people see the light of things. Yeah, couples counseling. There's so many different things, guys, but like any of that stuff. But thank you so much for joining me, guys. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, shoot me an email or a text, depending on if you have my number already. Oh yeah, follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram. I think that's it, guys. But thank you so much. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Peace until next time. And so that is all we got for pile number 1. All right, that was pretty cool. And we didn't even run over time, and that never happens. I'm always like not able to finish on time, but that turned out swell. Okay, now we're moving into pile number 2, which was Memories of Hope. All right. Hello, pile number 2. It is AD with Cosmo Astrology, and I'm here to do your Cosmo Quickie. This is about what talent should you tap into. So this was a Memories of Hope. So very interesting cards to come in. I honestly feel like it's pretty mythical, maybe what it is that you're going to be doing. But let's see. Let's see what it is. But this is like a really pretty card. It's like one of the special ones, so it's all reflective. Ooh, it kind of reminds me of a unicorn energy now that I was like doing that. So maybe what you do is extremely unique. So let's see what talents you should be tapping into, guys. I am going to hit the timer because this is a timed reading. That's what makes it a Cosmo Quickie. And then yeah, so I am going to start with astrology, guys. Please keep in mind, I do subscribe to Vedic astrology, so my placements could be different than yours, but the energy should read about the same. Let's hibbity hop right into it. So we're starting off with Saturn, truth. Interesting. Okay, so we got Capricorn and Aquarius energy represented here. There's something here that requires a lot of patience, so maybe you have to study for it a long time. Let's keep going. Oh, wow, Capricorn. So business, pile number 2 is kind of what I'm getting at this point. Yeah, Destiny, this is awesome. So this is very similar in a sense to pile 1. It's different, totally different set of skills, but I really do feel like it has something for opening up to people's destiny, opening up people to like their next chapter. This is something that you were supposed to do. Obviously, this talent is also your life's work. And then we got 12th house, escape. Okay, some of you guys, I'm really getting, interestingly enough, that you are in sort of the health business. We have the first house, the body here. So some of you guys are into health. We have Pisces. We have Aries. So that's a roller coaster ride, first and foremost, because that's the first and the end of the Zodiac. I'm really interested to see how this ends up playing out, guys, because Saturn is such a specific energy to come out. It really is about structure. Some of you guys could do dentist work. Some of you guys could do like health work. But it would be like building people's plans, like diet plans and all the other stuff, which is interesting. So that's why I'm just like, that's very specific. Maybe 1 or 2 of you are interested in doing that. But most of you guys, I really just feel like you have a really good business mind. Maybe that's what it is. I feel like maybe you're really critical on yourself, pal, too. And you don't think that you're a business oriented person, maybe because you're an artist or something. But the spirit, the talent that you're meant to tap into is disciplining yourself and actually holding yourself accountable, particularly if you're trying to do something with your body, if you're trying to lose weight or do any of that type of stuff. Spirit's saying the talent that you're meant to tap in is that Capricornian side of you. You know, if you subscribe to Vedic astrology, which I know some of you do, not all of you do, but the greatest thing, in my humble opinion, about Vedic sidereal astrology is you have access to every energy somewhere in your chart. So there is somewhere where Capricorn is in your chart. For some of you, it could be Capricorn in the 1st house. For others of you, it could be Capricorn in the 12th. You could have Saturn in the 12th. So it's one of those things where I feel like Saturn, there's been a lot of delays, there's been a lot of hardships, there's been a lot of struggles in your life. And because of those things, you might look at it, pal, too, as if like, I'm not able to really do anything. I'm not disciplined. Everything is so out of my control. That was the opposite lesson of, I feel, what you were supposed to learn. Saturn in the 1st house is a very, very difficult placement. Saturn in the 12th house is a very, very difficult placement. So if you have that, or you're just in this pile, then you've definitely had to overcome a lot of trials and tribulations surrounding guilt, surrounding responsibilities that are too much. And at some points in times, you might have felt like it's broken you. What you're failing to realize, pile number 2, is that it's actually made you really strong. And because you've been through the ringer, you actually have a very keen business mind. So this talent that Spirit is asking you to tap into right now is actually that really shrewd kind of business type mind. So hunker down, make a business plan, really start executing what it is that you want to do in a very distinct and discerning manner. It's time for you, pal, to look at what you have, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever your passion already is. Spirit is asking you to certainly make that a business. You already have the talent. For some of you, I'm hearing it's cooking. I know I have one friend who might pick this pile, I don't know, but she makes all kinds of soaps and butter, body butters and all that good stuff. It could be anything like that. Spirit is asking you to actually take yourself very seriously and make it a business. Tap into that business side of you. Interesting, so specific. Yeah, we got, Leo, sun. I love this Uranus energy. We had Aquarius pop out earlier, and then we even have Taurus represent here. Aquarius popped out in the last pile also. And so I just feel like whatever it is that you're doing, not only are you going to be mad successful with this Leo sun energy, perhaps you have Leo energy in your chart somewhere. Yeah, but opposed to Aquarius, Uranus, these are kind of opposite energies because Leo is opposite of Aquarius. And so this is saying like you have a talent, you're really good at it, but there is a lack of believing in yourself. Really, truly, you already know what your talent is that you were meant to tap into. Maybe you were looking at this reading as kind of a confirmation. Am I on the right track? So yes, you are on the right track. But Spirit is saying stop hiding behind yourself. Really put yourself in the spotlight to shine. I was watching another video with a Vedic astrologer, KRS, and it was like this random old video that he put up about gemstones. Anyways, he said something that was really important to me because I have a lot of Aquarian energy. And so I always am thinking of other people before I think of myself. And that's not like it's a flex. I'm not saying that's a flex. I'm just saying like it's a habit of mine that I desperately need to break out of because it becomes limiting. And so he was saying something like, he was just like, I have this ritual that I do every month. It's a Hindu ritual. I don't want to butcher it, so I'm not going to get into the details of it because I'm not going to use the right words. But essentially, he goes to the temple and he pours milk into the Shivaling, which I'm not saying correctly, and then he prays for something that he wants. And he was just like, yeah, some people are so afraid to pray for things that make them feel like they're selfish. Like, I want $1 million, like that's a very selfish kind of thing. But it's just like, yeah, but once you get the $1 million, your selfish prayer might end up helping millions of people, right? So it's one of those things where I do think that you need to give yourself permission, pal, to be selfish, self-centered. You are the sun. It rise. You give light to the situation. So if you're putting other people in front of you, putting other people into your project, putting other people into your business, then, you're doing yourself a disservice. And this I say as somebody who I'm terrible at this. Like, I am terrible at this. Even though I work for myself and I mind my business when it comes to other group projects and stuff, I always want to have people involved. So I struggle with this. And slowly but surely you can come out of it. But the cool thing about Taurus, Sun, Leo, this is all fixed energy. Even Aquarius, this is all fixed energy. So the gag is pile number 2. You're not even really great at working with other people. I don't know why you keep deciding. I do. I'm not saying that as an insult, but it's just like one of those things where it doesn't even make sense. You're extremely fixed. Once you have an idea in your head, that's exactly what it's going to do. You know what you want it to look like. You just have been, in my opinion, really scared to step into that Aries energy and execute it. And I don't think that that's necessarily your fault. I think that you've had a lot of karmic debts to pay, especially with Saturn being the first card out. This is not a tis, shame type thing. This is a conversation about really stepping into the spotlight and being selfish first, putting on your mask first before you help others. You will be able to help others, and you will be able to bring people in earlier because I do see this Uranus energy. But right now, you have to be selfish as far as moving this business forward. It's just like if Steve Jobs wasn't an ass, to the extent that he was an ass, would we have Apple? And now Apple gets on my nerves for a whole different set of reasons. But when he was running it, he had to be, he had to get it done. So that's just something to take into consideration. Let's go ahead and move into your tarot. I do remember that you had a lot of extra tarot cards, so we'll have to see what they are, but let's go ahead and move into it. Wow, we got the 3 of Wands, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Wands. Spirit is saying you need to act on this swiftly. The other thing about this double Leo energy here, which I adore for you, is, Leo is it is the most creative sign. Excuse me. And I got an image of Michael Jackson, who was a Vedic. I'm going off of Vedic. He was a Leo sun and an Aquarius moon. Then you have Prince, who was a Taurus sun, Aquarius moon. You have Beyonce, who I know she's a Leo sun. I cannot think of her. I cannot think of her moon. I think it's Libra. Something's telling me it's Libra, but I could be wrong. Anyways, regardless, note who I listed as far as this Aquarius Leo. Those are the most creative, revolutionary people. We call her Queen Bee. We call Beyonce the king of pop. You know, it's royal. They do things differently. So it's really awesome to see that double Leo energy, because whatever it is, you will be royal at it. You know, you will go down in the books as somebody who is really a leader, a pioneer in whatever it is that you're doing. So Spirit is saying act quickly to take matters into your own hands with the Nine of Pentacles here. The talent that you need to tap into, again, pile number 2, is just being a better business person, putting on your business mind. If you have to consult people in order to learn, then so be it. But when it comes to this journey, I do feel like it's yours. We got 3, 9, and 8. The 3 of Wands. You know, do not limit yourself. I feel like you limit yourself because of the struggles that you've been in before, but they really made you stronger. So it's about a switching perspective, switching that mindset. Yeah, we got the 2 of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords, and the 2 of Wands. Yeah, I really do feel like pile 2, your reading is a little bit different, because like I don't have a specific talent for you to tap into necessarily, other than take yourself seriously. I just feel like there's been a lot of up and downs. You're really in this crossroad. Look, you have this feminine energy standing right here who's standing over this fallen masculine. And so I really do feel like it's time for you to cut somebody out and take matters into your own hands. You're at this crossroad, 2 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, where things seem like they're kind of up in the air, but they're really not. It's just down to you making a decision for yourself, which is absolutely imperative for you right now. So I hope that this reading finds who it needs to find when it needs to be found, because the sooner that you step into this independent 9 of Pentacles energy, it'll kind of end this cycle of frustration, because other people bringing their energy into your project hasn't really been helping in the way that you thought. Yeah, look at the Queen of Cups. The Strength card. Didn't I say more Leo energy? And again, yeah, and then we have the 5 of Cups here, and then you have a couple of extra cards. So let's see, the 3 of Wands, the 5 of Swords to the 5 of Cups, 2, 5. So major changes. Pile 2, you're certainly at a crossroad. And I want you to take yourself seriously. That's the talent. You need to, I'm not sure if you know any Capricorns or you have any Capricornian friends, but you need to carry yourself like a Capricorn, or you need to find where Capricorn is in your chart, and you need to focus in on that house, because that is really going to be, lend you to what it is that you are meant to be doing. For some of you guys, it really has to do with pleasure senses with that Taurus. So I feel like it's, for some of you guys, it's food, it's fashion, it's anything that's Venetian. So I do feel like it is creative. It's music, any of those things. I do feel like you're more on like the artistic side, but it could be painting, right? You know, anything about beauty, interior design, any of that stuff about beautifying the home, you already do it, but you do not take yourself seriously at all. So you don't have a business plan behind it. And that needs to be the talent that you're tapping into. How can you turn your passion into some sort of business, into some sort of income? The 2 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, Strength card. Here's the thing. Once you decide to Leo it out and make that daggone decision, you're not going to feel like you don't know which direction to go in. I just feel like you keep going back and forth. Pick a lane, pick to make money, and go for it. The 3 of Wands, 8 of Wands, Queen of Cups, the 5 of Cups. So I do feel like that this is, and then we're going to pull out the Empress, which is an adorable card, in the 3 of Cups. So some of you guys have certainly had to cut ties, maybe with the feminine energy. For some of you guys, it could be a masculine. Like I said, I mentioned the masculine here. For some of you guys, it could have been like a feminine, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Doesn't have to be for everyone. That my dog is like sleeping so she's dreaming right now, but I do feel like some of you feel like you had to sacrifice somebody, or you've lost a connection, or you've lost a friendship of some sort. And it's been very disappointing, but it's cool because you are in the midst of kind of making this new empire for yourself. I do understand that Aquarius energy, because you also want to work with other people, but you got to work by yourself, establish what it is that you're doing on your own first, and then you can bring in people who are able to help. So it's almost like the person that you were working with before almost like upgrades. It's almost like an upgrade where you get like an even better, more improved person than this person that was supposed to help you before. So, you know, it really is time for you to kind of cut ties with the people that you're trying to force to work things with, and then let the universe orchestrate it to where you can meet people who can also grow and expand your business, but you have to start it first. So I really do love this energy for you, pile number 2. Actually, I know it's like it's a round circle of an energy, but I just really feel like you can magnificently stand on your own 2 feet the moment that you take your creativity and stop trying to fight your intellectual self and just act and just get into this 8 of Wands moment. You will take off, and then you will be in the right alignment to meet the people that you are meant to meet long term. But right now, the overall message is for you to ride solo. You got to go solo, Patti LaBelle, right now, in order for you to take this business seriously, structure it, write a business plan, get the PowerPoints ready, get the pitch ready, whatever it is, start saving up the money, start investing money, whatever it is. That is the talent that you are meant to tap into, that very Capricornian side of you, which everybody has somewhere. I'm a firm believer in that. So do not keep telling yourself that you're not a good business person and that you need a partner. You don't. You will get a partner that can help continue to expand and grow with the Empress here. The 3, we got 3-3. Wow, we got 3-3-3. That's really awesome. So there is going to be collaboration at some point, but you know, you have to be that first tree in the woods, you know? So let's keep going to your oracle cards. Awesome. Wow, loyal heart. That's so funny. So 3-5, which brings us to 8. So I really do feel like it's like there's a disappointment. I really do feel like there's a disappointment because you really wanted to see this dream through. You really wanted to see this done with somebody else, but it just, with the 5 of Cups here, it just didn't work. You will be introduced to a more loyal type energy. You know, I do think that you'll have, for some of you guys, you know, I'm specifically want to say you were kind of imagining yourself in like this Beyonce, Jay-Z, right, relationship, like the Carters, where you want to be a part of a power couple of some sort. And you are Beyonce, but then you picked a non-Jay-Z. I mean, you were trying to make that person into a Jay-Z, and they're just not. So it's one of those things where you have to let this connection go, let this partnership go, to welcome in the partnership that it's actually supposed to be. For others of you, I know that that's a power couple in a sexual way. But for others of you, it really is like another feminine energy that you were like working on. It could have been like, oh, I want to do this band. And then you're just like, you guys end up going separate ways. Whatever it is, you will end up meeting people who are more aligned to you and to your strengths to really help you process this. But I really do imagine that Spirit is asking you to stand on your own 2 feet for a bit. And then you will meet that soul tribe that you're meant to step into. A fiery climax approaches, again with that Aries energy. So you're just supposed to go for it. The 8 of Wands, you know, run towards it. Run towards your destination. Do not stop yourself by asking yourself questions about what to do, where to go, weighing the pros and the cons, listen to this person, trying to bend over to them. No, Aries it out. Take it from me. I'm an Aries moon. Granted, in the 11th house, which is Aquarius energy, hence my issue, and I'm an Aquarius sun, hence again my issue. So I'm always caught in this issue all the time. Like it's like my life's journey. But tap into that Aries side of you where it's that more selfish, that more self-centered. It's just, I'm seeing straight, and that's the direction that I'm going to go in. I'm not going to turn over for anything else. It's time for me to put emphasis into myself, into my belonging, and I'm going to do it at no cost, right? The people who are meant to find me, my pack of elephants, will find me. Period. I don't have to keep succumbing. I don't have to keep putting myself down in order to, what is it? I can't fake humble just because your ass is insecure. Like, it's just like you can't be humble in this sense, especially with all this Leo energy, pshaw, you know? Oh, wow. Sorry, that wasn't really loud, but this is awesome. You got Archangel Metatron in clear quartz. Power. No one man should have all that power. The clock's ticking. I just count the hours. Okay. But I really do feel like, you know, you are stepping into this power, this clear quartz. You are becoming clear. The moment that you become clear, you set a plan for yourself, you give yourself a really, really, really staunch plan, and you stick with it, then you will find that you have had power this entire time. And then you will be able to get the team that you need in order for you to accomplish your wildest dreams. Because I personally, again, I have a lot of Aquarius. I don't think that anything can be done purely alone. I don't feel that way. But there is something to be said about starting it on your own and believing in yourself and having the confidence that you can do it. And if Spirit wants to send you people that can help, so be it. You will take it greatly, but you have to put your feet out there first, Pal2. This is awesome, spectacular energy. I just know you already have the talent. You already have it. This message is just about you getting serious about it and disciplining yourself and taking yourself seriously. Power again. Wow, we got Angel, Uziel, and Smoky Quartz, Heavenly Mercy. So that's interesting to have two quartz cards next to each other. So you might want to work with the quartz that you already have. So we have like this clear quartz juxtaposed to the smoky quartz. And I like it because this is Heavenly Mercy. So it's just like you have the power over which you can control, but leave room for Spirit. Leave room for God. Leave room for your angels. Leave room for miracles to come and really help get you on path and on par with what you're supposed to do. So do not be afraid. If the people that you are trying so desperately to make your baby, your project, your talent work out with, if they are not 1,000% on board, then they are not for you. You are not meant to be questioned right now in this moment when this video finds you. As I always say, tarot is extremely it's fluid, right? So I'm giving you this very staunch reading right now. Again, Mars and Venus are in Leo, so this is all about you right now. I could give this reading, 2 weeks from now or whatever, and it could be a totally different energy, right? So, but right now you are meant to be selfish. You are meant to be self-centered. You are meant to just do your own thing and leave no stones unturned. Wow, this is so beautiful. So I have my self-care, healthcare, self-made deck. So we got and I'll probably make it a real cards, but right now they're just, Anyways, you got solar plexus chakra, yellow, stomach, empowerment, personal growth, ego, Amber. We love this. So you're really meant to be working on that solar plexus chakra. That is where the blockages are right now. So if you're experiencing stomach problems, particularly the sun is in Cancer, so I could be speaking to my Leo Cancer people. Your birthday could be around this time, whatever it is. The solar plexus chakra, that is what the blockages are. So if you are dealing with any type of stomach issues where like or indigestion, any of that stuff, it probably is because you are trying to make yourself fit to somebody's lower expectations of yourself to be comfortable, and that is not what Spirit has in store for you. So be open for that. Wow, we got material world, material girl. Buy it or let them buy it for you, okay? And we might have some masculines watching this, but I just feel like there's something here about Taurus. There's something here about investing, right? I mentioned that with all that Capricorn energy. There's something here about investing in your future. So if there are the things that you know that you need to buy and you've been hoping to get other people to come in to help you buy it for you or something, just buy it. The money will make it back itself. And it takes money to make money. So I'm really hearing that. And that deep down. So don't keep suffocating yourself because you don't want to buy the required tools in order for you to succeed. Buy the tools. Put the money in. Invest is really what I keep hearing. And then finally, we got chamomile essential oil, improves mood and relaxation. So you can do chamomile tea. I love chamomile tea. It's my favorite. Or you can do like the chamomile smells, the diffuser. So anytime that you're feeling super anxious, having stomach problems, I highly suggest getting you some chamomile tea or like just sitting in a diffuser and an aroma and just letting it sink into your pores so you can relieve stress and improve your mood. So if you're carrying a lot of sadness with you, this could be a really clear way for you to release those burdens. All right, so that is what I got for you, Pal2. Really powerful freaking reading. I'm always love doing readings because I never know how they're going to turn out, and this was a really interesting one. So your talent is really being more Capricornian and taking yourself and your business more seriously. That you already are talented in what you do. You don't need me to tell you that. You already know this. It's just a matter of really believing in yourself and acting on that. Really work on the solar plexus chakra. If you can do any of the meditations and all that other stuff, that would be wonderful because you want to remove those blockages. This was really a reading about confidence, being more confident, which is, I love, I get those readings all the time. It's very difficult, but It is what it is, particularly have Aquarius energy anywhere. It's very difficult. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on TikTok and on Instagram, guys. I appreciate you so much. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can shoot me an email or shoot me a text if you already have my number. And yeah, hopefully we'll get to chit chat. And this will be that. So thank you so much, Pal 2. Peace until next time. Why is this so difficult for me to like? Okay, that was really hard. Okay. And let's get into last but not least. Boom. So, hello, pal number 3. It is AD with Cosmo Astrology, and I'm going to be doing your Cosmo Quickie. So this week, we're going to be looking at what talent should we tap into. This has been such a great reading. I knew it. As in the intro, I was like, I just feel like all the piles are going to be different, and they were. So I'm so excited to see what number 3 has in store. So of course, we're going to hippity hop into it. So this is if you picked the Oshelion, which is interesting because it's like this chameleon character. So I imagine somebody could have Pisces, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius. I'm imagining like a lot of mutable energy might come out. We'll see. But this is about shape shifting. So some of you guys, it could be like acting or just doing something different, doing something out of your comfort zone. I was about to say color zone. I don't know what that means, but you know what I'm saying. So let's move this over, guys. We're going to hop straight into it. This is a timed reading. That's why it's called a Cosmo Quickie. So we are going to start off with astrology. Please keep in mind that I do subscribe to Vedic, so my placements could be a little different than yours, but the placements will read about the same. Then we'll hop into tarot. Then we'll end on oracle cards. So let's go ahead and get started. Timer started. All right. So we got solar eclipse, revolution, boom. Like, this is Leo energy, but it really is a revolution, a change, you know, something moving. So again, just emphasizing on that changing colors, changing your stripes of some sort. We'll go into Aquarius. I know. Okay, so you might end up, if you were drawn to Pal 2, we'll see how it turns out, but you might end up need to listen to Pal 2 because I really went in on this juxtaposition as far as like the Leo versus the Aquarius energy, and just essentially like, you know, there's time to be Aquarius and think about the others, and then there's time to be a Leo and think about you. So it seems like that might be the energy that you have to tap into. But what I do love about Aquarius in this sense is there is like star quality here, especially with the sun, but it's being eclipsed. So there's changes. So let's keep going. I'm curious to see where this is going, what the rabbit hole is. 10th house, the world. So Capricorn, but also reputation. You might end up with sun. You might have sun in the 10th right now, or you have your sun in the 10th house in your regular natal chart. Don't have to be, but there is something here about stepping into the spotlight, especially with Aquarius represented by the star energy. Earth element, stability. So we got, I was about to say Aquarius again, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. This is interesting. This is so interesting. Let's keep going. Mars, force, and then fire element, desire. Fire and desire. So this is really about forcefully making a name for yourself. Pile number 3. I really get that Spirit is asking you to, you know, there's something that you're supposed to be revolutionizing. I'm almost getting like, you know how Rihanna came out, Aquarius queen, Vedic Aquarius, of course, but Aquarius queen, how she came out and just completely revolutionized the makeup industry, for instance. And it was just because she was like, how about you should have more than 2 colors? How about that? Let's just start there. And then she pushed that, and now, you know, Fenty Beauty is seriously, and it is serious, like a serious beauty brand, excuse me, but also you can look and see how it forced every other beauty brand to seriously diversify. In fact, when we look, or when I personally look at other beauty brands that do not have an array of color, it automatically shuts them down. I think that she was a huge pioneer in all the diversity and stuff that we're seeing in television. Of course, I'm biased. I love Rihanna. If you are familiar with this channel at all, I really give her big ups. And it's not because I think that she's the most beautiful or whatever. I do think that she is, but I really do take her seriously because she's taking herself seriously, and she really has changed quite the game. I mean, this lady is also an ambassador to Barbados. Like, she's just doing her thing, you know, and I love seeing it. I love her latest Fenty thing, because it's all about like, oh, get Caribbean skin. How cool is that? She's Caribbean. Like, how dope is that to shout out where you come from? She hasn't lost herself in the midst of everything. And so I'm using her as an example. Maybe you're not as moved as by Rihanna as I am, and that is okay. But I do think that she's a really great example of just forcing her way into, you know, the mainstream, forcing her way into being relevant still. You know, she could have just been a pop star and whatever. And I'll say this, when Rihanna first came out, I wasn't even the biggest Rihanna fan to start with. It's just being able to see her grow in her journey has been absolutely gorgeous. So enough of my Rihanna rant. I don't even know where that came from. But I really just feel like you have the potential, pile 3, to really revolutionize something, but Spirit wants you to tap into that more aggressive side and go get what you want. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo represented here. Mars, Scorpio, Aries represented here. So this is all about just getting it done. Not taking no for an answer, getting your word out there, getting these changes out there. Yes, it might be different. Yes, there's nobody doing what you want to do. There's nobody sounding like how you want to sound. So you're going to have to aggressively get the word out there. But I really do feel like, you know, there's desires, there's things that you want, there's things that you want, there's things that you desire. And Spirit is asking you to, you know, go get them. Go get them. That's the talent right now. We'll see if it gets more specific, but Spirit just really wants you to tap into that fiery side of yourself, and really take your reign on the world. And kind of like I said, you might want to watch Pal 2. Also, they seem to be, you know, like this at this point, but you want to walk into your next lifetime. I mean, you want to walk into the rest of this lifetime with force, okay? Beautiful. So we got Moon energy, Cancer, Virgo, and Earth. Yeah, so I feel like it's really about grounding your ideas too. Because here we have these opposing energies, because we got Capricorn. So we got Capricorn and Cancer. So this is about using your feelings. For you guys, I definitely feel like you're more of like the artistic one, where maybe you're extremely critical of yourself, so you kind of hide. I get this energy here with the solar eclipse that you're like hiding behind yourself. You're eclipsing yourself. And the moment that you accept that you are different, and you just go ahead and be forcefully different, aggressively different, and aggressively committed to yourself and not so critical of yourself. Because I feel like Pile 3, you might fall into the habit, like myself. Again, I relate to this 1000%, where it's just like you'll compare yourself to people who are around you. You compare yourself and be like, dang it, if I wasn't such an Aquarian, or I didn't have so many different ideas. Oh, and again, sorry, back to Rihanna, big back to Rihanna. Not only did she do makeup, how dare I forget that she did fashion shows. Me and my sister have been on this fashion show kick, and once she had the dancers and all the stuff, not that she was the very first person to do that. I'm not giving her, she wasn't the very first person to do that, no. But as far as the Savage Fenty shows and what she has made everybody have to up the ante, I watched the Louis Vuitton Males Spring 2021 or 2022, I can't remember, fashion show. It was spectacular, so hip-hop influenced, so diverse. That is a legacy that she's bringing in. Again, had she been critical of herself and been like, you know, nobody else is really having all that kind of diversity, nobody else is really, you know, doing it, and making sure that hip-hop is a very important part of the fashion world, because it does inspire the fashion world a lot. Had she just been so critical of herself, and not given it space to shine, then who knows where we'd be right now. We'd probably be doing the same thing. So there is a level of bravery that is required. Yes, that is what Spirit wants you to do. Spirit wants you to tap into your brave side, pile number 3, and just go ahead and do it. Stop hiding in the shadows. Stop lurking in the shadows. It's interesting to see this Earth element here, but you know, focus in on the stability. That's a lot of information from these cards. So let's look into see what your cards have to say, what your tarot has to say, right? So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have the 8 of Cups, the Chariot, and the Magician. Wow. Spirit just wants you to move forward. it's not, I guess that's not really a talent, but Spirit really wants you to move forward. Spirit wants you to walk away from whatever it is that you've kind of been doing right now. I know this might sound crazy, but do something radical, do something crazy. Spirit wants you to pursue your passion with everything that you have and start moving forward. Yes, it's different. Yes, nobody's doing it, but it has the potential to be iconic. You do have like a lot of tools at play. You have a lot of things in front of you, maybe multi-talented, right? And Spirit, but you have maybe a talent that has really been irking you to do it. With the starting off with the 8 of Cups, Spirit is asking you again, leave the shadow behind and step into the spotlight, move things forward. It's time for you. If you're not doing it, pile number 3, then who is? That's one of my favorite quotes, and it gets me every time. Like, I have one friend, shout out to my friend in New York, but I remember we were in film school in New York, NYU Film School in New York, and we were sitting there talking, and this was a couple years ago, and she looks and she's just like, Adair, if we're not the people who are doing it, who are writing the shows, then who is? We're at the top of the food chain. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we have UCLA and we have rivals and all that good stuff, but if we are the creme de la creme and we're not doing it, then who else is gonna do it? Period. And yes, it seemed like an extremely, at the time I was like, I love the quote, but it seems so arrogant. But there is an arrogance that has to be required of this type of revolution that you're going to do. If you're not going to do it, then who is? And I promise you this, if this is something that has to be done, then somebody will do it. And you know that was supposed to be your blessing, because Spirit will make it so uncomfortable for you to look at. That is something that drives me nuts. I was sitting on this cover idea forever. Oh my gosh. I was like, oh my gosh, I want to do this cover. And I would, again, try to bring all these people into it and try to work people and do all this other stuff. And then, for whatever reason, I woke up one day and somebody did the cover that I had been wanting to do. And I was like, and my heart was just in my feet. And I was just like, oh my gosh. Again, it took years, but somebody did it. And I knew that could have been me. And that type of irritation, I'm an Aries moon. So like that kind of irritation really gets under my skin. So I say that with a grain of salt when I'm like, if you're not doing it, then who else is doing it? It's just like, somebody else will come along and do it if you don't take the window of opportunity to do that. So I feel like Spirit is saying, like, listen, we're about to give you your window of opportunity, or your window of opportunity is here. What are you going to do with it? Because if we want this diversity thing to be, taken care of, we're choosing you to be the pioneer and the shepherd of that. But if you don't want to pick up the staff, well, then we'll just find somebody else. It's how the universe kind of looks at it. But it's you are the first pick. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you understand and you know that moving forward, pound number 3. Woof. All right. Let's keep going. So yeah, the 5 of Wands. Walking away from competition, walking away from false comparisons, the 4 of Pentacles, and then the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, so similar to pile 2. So I guess I have to kind of take back what I said a little earlier, because we got the 2 5s represented here. But I really do see that there's major changes that are coming. I'm reading those 5s as like really major changes, taking you out of your comfort zone. The 5 of Wands is conflict, competition. The 5 of Pentacles is being isolated. So it's one of those things where, like, yes, you feel like everybody's against you, and yet at the same time you feel like nobody's on your side. You feel like nobody's around, nobody's on your side. So you're kind of stuck. You feel like you're stuck like Chuck right in the middle with the 4 of Pentacles here. I don't feel like this is the case. I feel like it's an illusion. And then paired right under the Chariot card, Spirit is asking you to move forward out of this. Let's go ahead and move into the last line. Some of you, I really feel like you're making something out of nothing. With the 5 of Pentacles here to the Magician, you feel like you're making something out of nothing. But whatever the something is that you end up making out of whatever you feel is nothing is going to be awesome. I'm full firm believer in that. These are really great cards. Again, the Chameleon change, and even the stars there, like star potential. Okay, so we got the Hierophant. I need to move these up a little bit, a tad. Okay, so we got the Hierophant, another 5, triple 5s, guys. So you're coming to shake things up, change up the revolution. Yeah, break away from the standard. The 5 of Wands, you are meant to challenge the status quo, honestly, with that Taurus energy there. Yeah. And then you got the High Priestess. Wow, beautiful. And then we got the 8 of Wands. I really, really, really like this. Yeah, pile number 1, you should definitely watch pile number 2. It's a good sister argument to this reading. So as far as what talent you should tap into, For some of you guys, it's really continuing to travel or starting to travel or exploring different ideas, exploring different religions, philosophies, witchcrafts, especially with the high priestess there, you know, the moon, tapping into the moon cycles, understanding your own personal rhythm within the universe, and using that in your favor, even if it is challenging, you know, the history, the background, the religion in which you were brought up in with the Hierophant here, or your family ideals. It does seem like you're meant to start using your own personal brand of spirituality to kind of start manifesting what it is that you want. That seems to be the talent. Is like, I really do feel like it's kind of rebelling against the status quo, rebelling against religion as we know it, as we understand it, and developing your own with the high priestess right there. I love these two watery energies. So we have kind of Pisces represented here, and Cancer, also Pisces. So there is something here. Pisces is an extremely creative energy, but it also is extremely spiritual energy. So Spirit is really wants you to continue to tap into your own spirituality. We got the moon here, understanding your own intuition. You know, your own intuition is a talent. And I feel like everything that I'm saying to you everything I'm saying to you right now, you've definitely said to yourself. You definitely understand that. You are aware, but you understand at the same time that you have to break out the barriers. Spirit wants you to tap into the energy of being that revolutionary, being somebody who's able to break through the status quo, break tradition, do something different, shake it up. That is your calling. There's so many changes that are coming towards you, and Spirit really wants you to be on board with it, pile number 3, because that seems to be what's coming in. 5, 5, 5, right? Chariot, 7. So just moving, manifesting. Let me see if there's any more information that I can get. It's just like, yeah, you really are going to be able to make something out of nothing. And whatever it is that you are, you're just running with it, rolling with it. So this is a little twofold. So yeah, Spirit is asking you. So if you pick pile 3 and then you watch pile 2, the difference between you and pile 2 and pile 3 is like, you definitely have a lot of like personal witchiness. You have a personal kind of I guess you just have like really, you have power from beyond this realm, and Spirit wants you to tap in and tune into that talent of yourself too, in order for you to keep moving forward. So it seems like this seems a little like, especially with the high priestess there, it might seem like that's kind of a little shady, I guess, but like it's not. It's just like, you know, use the candle work, use the magic work, use all of that. It's all at your disposal. For some of you guys, you need to go to temple, you need to go to church, you need to go to your mosque, whatever it is, and go tune and put your feet on, you know, holy land, on holy soil, and spiritual space, and clearly ask God for what you want for this new direction. But the talent is just continuing to follow your intuition, continuing to educate yourself on your own spirituality, and shake it up, shake it up, really, is your major talent right now for whatever it is that you want to do. I feel like you already kind of have your talents, right? But the one that you're meant to tap into right now is using your intuition to shake whatever business, whatever, you know, it could be music for some of you guys. You like want to do music and nobody's making the music that you want to make right now. So you're nervous because you're like, are people going to respond to it? Yes, they will. For other people, it could be fashion. You want to do something different in the fashion world. It could be your own personal work, how you want to structure a business. I just feel like you have all these options with you, and Spirit is asking you to use your intuition, use the prayers, use your manifestation powers, use all of that in order to keep moving it forward, right? So this is absolutely gorgeous, guys. So let's go ahead and move into your oracles, and then we'll be done. Oh, beautiful. We got Treasure Island, you know, and I love this because it's on top of a turtle. We got 9, which is independence. But, you know, it has been slow coming. It's been slow moving. Perhaps you felt like you haven't been moving anywhere. But Spirit is saying, like, listen, prepare yourself. So I do feel like, again, you just got to tap into your own intuition and understand that it's not leading you astray. It's just, it's taken a long time, but the treasure is there. The treasure is on its way. You really are going to be blessed with abundance, even with the Taurus energy and all this stuff. If you've had financial difficulties and financial strains and you haven't been able to do anything because of money, in particular, pile 3, that is going to be lifted. So I would look into ritual work with dealing with money specifically. Yeah, because this is almost all like pinnacle, and yeah, I guess it's pretty diverse. What are we missing? We're missing something. Swords. Yeah, we're missing swords. So this is all about just passion, money, and desire. You know what I'm saying? Your emotions. You're not meant to be super logical right now. So people ask you, what are you meant to be doing? That doesn't make sense. It's not meant to make sense. This is between you and spirit, okay? Beautiful. Chop wood. We got 42. So 6. Balance. Harmony. 69. Anyways. We got chop wood. And we have this broom energy. So there is a cleaning up. But I really do feel like you're meant to work on it. Get busy. Get busy on what it is that you're supposed to be doing. Seriously. I think you've been working on curating this talent for yourself, but because it's different, because you don't know what to do with it, it's taking a long time. But get busy, get to work, take yourself seriously. If you have time, watch pile number 2. I think there's a message in there for you also. Believe in the impossible. We love this. Hold your vision. Oh my gosh, pile 3. Yeah, the impossible can happen as long as you are tuning in to your own spiritual gifts and you are listening and heeding to the signs. They will not lead you astray. They do not lead you astray. I will die on that freaking cross. I do not care, okay? But hold your vision. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, you have to do it regardless of how different or how extraordinary or how much backlash you think that you're going to get or how, leave all that behind. Leave all that behind. Believe in the impossible and hold your vision and hold yourself accountable to achieving these dreams. You've been working diligently. I think that some of you, again, have to leave something behind. You have to break free of the nest, break free of home, and just keep marching. Go do it, right? Oh, man, we got Archangel. I'm not even. Melchizedek. Sorry. So sorry, Archangel. And Selenite. Divine perfection. Beautiful energy. So if you have selenite crystal, you can use it, but this is really about divine perfection. So this is all perfect timing. What you are doing is all in God's space. That's why you will be helped. You are meant to do this. I just think that things are going to start aligning for you in a perfect manner. And so believe in the impossible. It doesn't sound like you could have a happy ending, but I do feel like you will. Of course, life comes up with ups and downs and all kinds of craziness and loop-de-loops or what have you. But for the most part, this is perfect for how everything is going to fall into place. Pile number 3. You just have to do your part. And for a lot of you, I feel like it's tapping into those spiritual gifts of yours. Committing yourself to a spiritualistic ritual kind of energy with the Taurus high priestess there. Be it if you're Catholic, go light a candle at the church every month or every week or what have you. It can be different things. You can make it up. You have freedom here. But I really just feel like everything is going to be perfect. You can't even imagine how perfect it's going to be once you tune into these energies. So this is confirmation for you, pile 3, to really get serious, get busy, be ready for the changes. So got these beautiful, my self-made self-care, healthcare cards. So got breathe or breath, focus on your breath, regain control, right? Just regain control. Breathe in, out. It's going to be okay. We mentioned that Virgo. Like I said, I feel like you're extremely critical of yourself, pile 3. And that really has the potential to hurt you because you're not operating in like what's really going on right now. You're in the perfect space. It's going to be perfect time. It's divine. God, spirit, however you identify, is guiding this energy to get you to where you're supposed to be at the right time. So let it go. Breathe. It's okay. Oh wow, eat something good. Explore and treat yourself. So splurge a little bit on some food, you know what I'm saying? Like enjoy, especially with the Taurus energy. So maybe, anytime within this next week or whatever, really go in and get yourself something nice, get yourself something good to eat. Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite cards, but it's have sex. Intimacy awaits. About to go wow, curl them toes. So some of you guys, I really imagine, pile 3, you have been possibly, because you've been so focused on achieving this goal, achieving this dream, or just being super critical of yourself, you have been in the mood, you haven't been experimenting, you haven't been exploring. So this is really about working with that Taurus side of yourself. Perhaps you have Taurus placements or second house placements or any of that good stuff. And so it is time for you to like bust out a little bit. This could be going like a fun date. Hopefully you get some good food and have some good sex. But this is really about just exploring your senses. So if you're being celibate or whatever, whatever, this doesn't, you know, this ain't your advice, that's okay. But I would just really take it overall as really exploring and treating your senses. You very much deserve it. You don't have to continue to restrain and restrict yourself. So if you're not like online, like for instance, I'm not online. I don't do online dating and stuff anymore. It's just, I can't. I haven't been doing it for almost like 2 years. Like sometimes I like, you know, whatever, because I always try to find plugs on there. That's really all I download it for. And then if I find somebody cute, then I'll stick with it. But for the most part, I'll be minding my business. That being said, if the opportunity where you meet somebody and like you guys are vibing and all the other stuff, you know, don't be afraid to like let loose and have some fun, you know, in your whatever you feel is safe. Okay, so that is what I got for you, pile number 3. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that this helped you find out what energies or talents you should be tapping into for your greatest self. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, then you can do that by checking out the description box below, shooting me an email, or shooting me a text if you already have my number, guys. Thank you so much for your continued support, guys. Peace until next time.